Hey everybody, how are y'all? I'm Jamie. I do tiny living with a large family. I have 3 children of my own, and my husband has 3 of his own. So altogether we have 2 girls and 4 boys. And we have Robert that's going to be 10 here soon. Little Andy, because my husband's name is Andy as well. And strangely enough, little Andy is mine from a previous marriage. He's 8. And then we have Ryan, who just turned 7. Emily, who will be 7 soon. And then we have Stormy, who is 3 and will be 4 soon, and Waylon that just turned 3. So we definitely have our hands full because we live tiny. The only child that's living with me right now is my 3-year-old daughter, and that's because, of course, she's not in any kind of school or anything like that. All the other kids are in school. The school out here is terrible. So a couple of my kids are living with their dad because his wife's sister is a teacher at a private school. So there's that. I have 2 step kids that go to school 40 to 60 miles from here. And it's a pretty okay school district. They live with their mother out there. The baby boy, he's not old enough for school or any of that stuff. He lives with his mother for now. Just they have lives where they're at for right now, and I'm living tiny. So it works out for everyone the way that it is. Of course, I can get the 2 boys that are homeschooling whenever I want to. And then my 3 step kids, I get pretty much again whenever I want to, as long as the older 2 aren't in school at the time. And my younger son, his mother is also with a millwright wife. And so when she goes out of town, she doesn't want to take the baby. And part of me feels like maybe she thinks she's taking advantage of me. But, I don't mind. He's my son, too. So I have him when she's out of town. And then, of course, when I go out of town, she doesn't want him to go. So she keeps him while I'm gone. And it's usually just me and the baby here. And it's usually just me and the baby going on vacation to go see my husband. We don't mean for it to be a vacation without the other kids, of course. But for now, that's just how it works out. I'm not going to be able to continue going next year because my daughter is going to be old enough to be starting preschool. I feel like school takes priority over everything, and it's hard to not have him around, but when we do see him, it makes it that much better. So anyways, we have some challenges as far as space. We have 1 bathroom that's very small. We have 4 boys and 1 bathroom that's very small. So us girls have really had to scratch and claw ourselves some space. We have pets, of course, including a very large dog that I'm sure you will see at some point. His name is Duke. Chores, it's always an argument. And not so much I don't want to do my chores, but I want that chore. They each have certain things that they enjoy doing. But sometimes, I'll make a list and it seems like everything on the list, there's only one of them babies that can do all of it. in a way that I approve of. And that becomes a problem as well. When we're picking a movie to watch, it's got to be an argument. If I ask them what they want for dinner, like, I don't even ask anymore because it's going to be an argument. If I ask my husband, he just says food. Really? So, I pretty much I decide. And for the most part, they do it. They're good kids. I mean, they act bad as hell sometimes. But they're good kids, and there's a lot worse things that they could be out there doing, They're learning how to interact with other people and respect boundaries and all of that. So with all of this traveling, there's a lot that goes into it, especially having as many kids as we do in as many different places. Of course, you don't want to lose your accessibility for those children. If they need you, you need them to be able to get a hold of you. And of course, I tell their other parents where I'm at so that they're not like, hey, can you pick up Robert and Emily at school? Well, no, I can't because I'm in Missouri. So I don't like having to leave my kids hanging like that. But I obviously cannot drive, I think it was 7 hours back, and be able to pick them up from school at the same time. With our pets, we have a couple snakes. Soon it'd probably only be just one, because one of them's kind of he doesn't like anybody, and I don't like him either. I have a female that's smaller, calm, cool, collected, doesn't try to eat my face every time I try to give her water or food, so we're good. We have some pet rats, which when I first got snakes, I felt really bad feeding them the cute little baby rats. So I saved a few, and they have had about 30 babies in the last few months. So I have kept some to be breeders for pets, and the others have become snake food. I mean, it's horrible fate. Snakes gotta eat. If I don't have to spend money on it, why should I? I mean, they eat rats. So that works. But with my traveling, sometimes I'm gone for 2 weeks at a time, because of course I'm not going to go to Missouri or New Jersey or New Mexico and not, stay a weekend and then drive like 14 hours home. No, I'm not going to do that, especially with a toddler. And I don't ever get to see my man. So when I see him, I just kind of like to have him. Even if I'm just sitting next to him playing games on my phone, I enjoy knowing that he's there, that I can reach over and love on him and he's there. So I love sleeping. I mean, when he's home, we don't hardly ever cuddle. I sweat a lot in my sleep because of my medications that I take. We don't hardly ever cuddle. But I love having the option. So, I have some pretty bad anxiety, actually. And I don't do people. Like, some people say that they're a jerk 90% of the time. I don't understand this. I don't understand. 90% of the time you're one way, and 10% of the time you're what? Fake? I don't like that. I have no tolerance for stupid. But it seems like because of that, I have no tolerance for anyone. Hardly at all. I don't do people. If I can do it from my home, that's what I'm going to do. Because no matter what, it beats the hell out of dragging six kids and a dog out into the world. So between me being addicted to Jack in the Box coffee drinks and shopping, unfortunately, I decided that, large family and all of this, it might be amusing to do a video vlog of, unboxing whatever I've ordered, just whatever's going on, little funny tidbits, large family hacks, tiny living hacks, what have you. So if you're enjoying my channel of randomness, please subscribe. Looking forward to 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if it'll happen, but we'll see. Y'all just bear with me. It should get better. And I think at the end of every video, I'm going to give a tip. And that tip is going to be, use prepaid cards when you shop online. Okay, y'all take care.